Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. It's an honor to be standing here today, sharing this moment with all of you. I want to start by asking you to reflect on something simple but profound. Imagine for a moment that the world around you, your life, your community, the world at large, could be exactly as you dream it. What would that world look like? More kindness, more understanding, more connection? Change begins in the mind. Our mindset determines how we approach life, how we view challenges, and how we respond to the world around us. If we are to truly transform our lives, and by extension the world, we must first start with our thoughts. Our mindset shapes our beliefs, and those beliefs directly impact our actions. It's not just about having a positive attitude, but rather cultivating a mindset that is open to growth, resilience. This kind of mindset is the foundation of personal transformation. To begin with, adopting a mindset that believes in possibility is crucial. Many of us are conditioned to see obstacles as barriers rather than opportunities for growth. We often think this is too hard or this will never work when faced with challenges, but those thoughts are not facts, they are merely perceptions. When we change how we perceive challenges, we change the way we interact with them. A growth mindset. The belief that our abilities can be developed and refined through effort and perseverance is essential for transformation. With this mindset, setbacks become part of the learning process, not failures to be avoided. It's through facing difficulties head-on that we develop resilience and strength, both of which are necessary for personal growth. Another aspect of mindset that's critical is the belief in our own agency. Many of us are taught to feel helpless in the face of larger societal or global issues. We might believe that we as individuals don't have the power to make a difference. But this couldn't be further from the truth. The way we show up in the world through our thoughts, words, and actions ripples outward and influences everything around us. When we believe that we have the ability to make a change, we start looking for ways to take action, no matter how small. The power of mindset also lies in its ability to change the way we see ourselves. A person who believes they are incapable of change or improvement will struggle to take the first step. However, when we believe in our potential, when we trust that we are capable of growth, we empower ourselves to make changes. We start to see our challenges as opportunities for learning rather than as insurmountable obstacles. This shift in perspective doesn't happen overnight, but with consistent effort, we can reshape the way we think about ourselves and the world around us. Moreover, adopting a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity can lead to positive transformation. Often we are taught to compete, to compare ourselves with others, and to believe that there is only so much success to go around. This kind of thinking creates fear and insecurity. But when we embrace an abundance mindset, the belief that there is enough opportunity, success, and happiness for everyone, we stop seeing others as threats and begin to see them as partners. This shift not only fosters collaboration and community, but also opens up new possibilities for personal growth. Finally, transforming our mindset is a continuous process. It's easy to revert back to old patterns of thinking, especially when life gets tough. But the key is to keep practicing. Just as we would train our bodies to become stronger, we must train our minds to embrace change, challenge negative thoughts, and embrace a mindset that leads to growth. Each day is an opportunity to practice a new way of thinking, one that moves us closer to becoming the person we want to be. With time, this mindset will become second nature, and we will find ourselves transforming not only our own lives, but also influencing the world around us in profound ways. In essence, mindset is the key to unlocking transformation. By shifting how we think, we begin to change how we act, and when we change how we act, we change our world. Empathy is one of the most powerful tools we can use to transform not only our own lives, but also the world around us. In a world that often seems divided by differences, be they political, cultural, or social, empathy has the ability to bring people together, bridge gaps, and foster understanding. To lead with empathy is to recognize that every person has their own unique experiences, struggles, and perspectives, and it's through understanding and respecting those experiences that we create deeper connections. At its core, empathy involves the ability to truly listen and understand someone else's feelings and needs without judgment. It's about putting ourselves in another person's shoes, seeing the world from their perspective, and responding with care and compassion. When we approach others with empathy, we create an environment of trust and respect, allowing people to feel seen, heard, and valued. This not only strengthens relationships, but also encourages people to open up, share their thoughts, and collaborate with us in meaningful ways. Empathy also requires us to step outside of our comfort zones. It's easy to stay within our own echo chamber, surrounded by people who think and act like us. But true empathy challenges us to engage with those who are different from us, to seek out diverse viewpoints, understand unfamiliar experiences, and embrace the richness that comes with diversity. When we expose ourselves to perspectives different from our own, we begin to break down stereotypes and biases that may have unconsciously shaped our views. This broader understanding allows us to form more inclusive communities and create environments where people of all backgrounds feel safe, accepted, and empowered. One of the most transformative aspects of empathy is its ability to foster collaboration. When we lead with empathy, we create a culture of mutual respect and cooperation. We recognize that each individual has something valuable to contribute, and by listening to others and considering their perspectives, we can work together to achieve common goals. This collaborative spirit is essential in any organization, team, or community. It encourages creativity, problem solving, and collective action, which are all crucial for creating positive change. Moreover, when we approach others with empathy, we not only deepen our connections with them, but also inspire them to lead with empathy in turn. This creates a ripple effect where empathy becomes the norm rather than the exception, leading to a more compassionate and harmonious world. Empathy also plays a crucial role in leadership. Effective leaders don't just focus on tasks or goals, they focus on people. They take the time to understand the needs, concerns, and emotions of those they lead. By doing so, they build trust, loyalty, and motivation among their teams. A leader who leads with empathy is able to inspire others, guide them through challenges, and create a sense of shared purpose. This kind of leadership fosters an environment where individuals feel empowered to contribute their best work, knowing that their well-being and perspectives are valued. At the same time, empathy also involves being present and fully engaged in the moment. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to become distracted by the noise of our daily lives, our phones, our to-do lists, and our constant need to be busy. But true empathy requires us to slow down and give our full attention to others. It's about putting aside our own thoughts, judgments, and distractions in order to focus on the person in front of us. This presence not only strengthens our relationships, but also allows us to better understand the emotions and needs of those around us. When we lead with empathy, we create a foundation of trust, understanding, and cooperation that can transform our own lives and the lives of others. Empathy has the power to heal divides, break down walls, and unite people around shared goals. It creates a space where individuals feel seen, heard, and valued. And when people feel valued, they are more likely to contribute positively to the world around them. Ultimately, empathy is not just a soft skill or a nice-to-have trait. It is an essential quality for anyone looking to create lasting, meaningful change. By practicing empathy in our daily lives, we can foster more compassionate, connected, and transformative communities that reflect the world we want to live in. The idea that small actions can lead to big impact is a powerful reminder that change doesn't always require grand gestures or monumental efforts. Often we get overwhelmed by the scope of the challenges we face, whether personal or global, and we feel that if we can't do something big, it's not worth doing at all. But the reality is that small actions, when repeated consistently, create a ripple effect that can spread far beyond what we can see or imagine. Each individual act of kindness, each moment of thoughtfulness, and each step taken toward positive change contributes to a larger movement, whether we realize it at the time or not. Start by considering the small, seemingly insignificant decisions we make every day. When we smile at a stranger, help someone in need, or take a moment to offer a word of encouragement, we're creating moments of connection. These small gestures may not seem like they're changing the world, but they are planting seeds of goodwill and fostering a culture of kindness. You might not see the immediate results of your actions, but those small acts can inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect that spreads far and wide. In a world that sometimes feels disconnected, small moments of connection can create a sense of belonging and unity. Moreover, small actions are often the ones that create lasting change. Think about the role of habits in shaping our lives. It's the daily actions, no matter how small, that shape who we become. If we want to transform our lives, we can't expect immediate, dramatic changes. Instead, we need to commit to small, consistent actions that move us closer to our goal. Whether it's taking 5 minutes each day to reflect, making healthier choices, or learning something new, these small steps add up over time. As we continue to take action, we build momentum, and the impact of those small actions grows exponentially. The power of small actions also lies in their ability to inspire others. When we choose to act, even in small ways, we set an example for others to follow. Our actions create a ripple effect, a chain reaction that encourages others to act in similar ways. One person's kindness can inspire a whole community to be kinder. One person's commitment to sustainability can encourage others to make more eco-conscious choices. And one person's dedication to helping others can create a culture of support and collaboration. Even though we may not be able to change the world alone, each small act of kindness, compassion, and integrity has the potential to inspire a broader movement toward positive change. Small actions are also more accessible and sustainable than larger, one-time efforts. It's easy to feel intimidated by the idea of making a major impact. We might think we need to be in a position of power, have significant resources, or make a big sacrifice in order to make a difference. But the truth is, everyone has the ability to take small actions that create change. And because these actions don't require massive resources or perfect conditions, they are more sustainable over time. When we make small, positive actions a part of our daily routine, they become second nature. They integrate into our lives and build a foundation for long-term impact. Leading by example is one of the most effective ways to inspire change, not only within our own lives, but in the lives of those around us. It's easy to tell others what they should do or encourage them to act in a certain way, but true leadership comes from modeling the behavior we want to see. When we embody the values and principles we believe in, we not only hold ourselves accountable, but also set a standard for others to follow. Actions speak louder than words, and by living out our beliefs, we inspire others to take action themselves. When we lead by example, we show others that change is possible, even when it seems difficult. If we want to foster a culture of kindness, for instance, we need to be the first ones to act with compassion, even in the face of adversity. If we want to promote sustainability, we must adopt eco-friendly practices in our own lives, showing that it's not just an idea, but a way of living. Leading by example means living with integrity, authenticity, and consistency. And in doing so, we create an environment where those around us feel encouraged to do the same. One of the most powerful aspects of leading by example is its ability to create a ripple effect. People often look to others for guidance, and when they see someone acting in alignment with their values, they are more likely to follow suit. The influence of one person's actions can spread across a community, workplace, or even a larger movement. It's like the act of a single drop of water creating ripples that extend outward. When we live in alignment with the change we want to see, we ignite a spark in others that encourages them to take action as well. By leading with our actions, we motivate others to take ownership of their own transformation. And additionally, leading by example fosters trust and credibility. People are more likely to trust us and believe in the vision we present when they see us living it out ourselves. It's easy for someone to say they believe in a cause, but it's much more convincing when their actions reflect those beliefs. When we walk the talk, we earn the respect and trust of those around us, which is essential for creating lasting change. This trust forms the foundation for stronger relationships, collaboration, and cooperation. People are more likely to engage with a leader who demonstrates consistency between their words and actions, and they are more likely to follow suit. Moreover, leading by example helps to build a sense of accountability. When we take responsibility for our own actions, we not only hold ourselves accountable, but also set a precedent for others to do the same. People often look to leaders for guidance, and when they see someone taking responsibility for their decisions, whether successful or not, it encourages a culture of personal accountability. It's through our willingness to own our actions, both the successes and the mistakes, that we show others that growth and improvement come through personal responsibility, not perfection. In the process of leading by example, we also become more aware of the impact of our actions. Every decision we make sends a message, whether intentional or not. When we are conscious of the example we are setting, we become more mindful of how our choices affect those around us. It's not just about making good decisions for ourselves. It's about recognizing that our actions have a far-reaching influence. This awareness encourages us to be more thoughtful and deliberate in our choices, knowing that they can inspire others to act in positive ways as well. The beauty of leading by example is that it doesn't require any special title, position, or authority. We all have the capacity to lead regardless of where we are in life. Whether we're a parent, teacher, friend, colleague, or neighbor, we can lead through our actions every day. Leadership doesn't always mean taking charge or being in the spotlight. Often it's about quietly showing up, doing the right thing, and inspiring others through our behavior. True leaders are those who lead with humility, consistency, and integrity, guiding others through their example rather than through force or authority. Ultimately, leading by example is one of the most powerful tools we have to create positive change. By embodying the values we want to see in the world, we inspire others to do the same, creating a culture of growth, accountability, and transformation. Leadership is not about telling people what to do, it's about showing them the way. When we live our lives with intention, authenticity, and purpose, we create a ripple effect that can transform not only our own lives, but the world around us. By being the change we wish to see, we inspire others to join us in creating a better, more compassionate world. The notion of not waiting for perfection and instead taking action now is a powerful principle that can accelerate personal growth and transformation. So often we fall into the trap of waiting for the perfect moment, the ideal circumstances where everything aligns perfectly and we can make a significant change without any obstacles. But this ideal moment rarely comes, and waiting for perfection can keep us stuck in a cycle of procrastination. Instead of waiting for everything to be just right, we should embrace the idea of taking imperfect action, trusting that progress will come through the effort, not through waiting for the stars to align. Taking action now, even if it's not perfect, creates momentum. Each small step we take, even if it's not flawless, moves us closer to where we want to be. The act of doing is what fuels progress, and it's through taking those initial steps that we learn, adapt, and grow. When we allow ourselves to make mistakes and accept that imperfection is part of the journey, we give ourselves the freedom to experiment, take risks, and ultimately discover what works. By focusing on the process rather than the outcome, we take away the pressure of perfection and instead focus on continuous improvement. Each action we take, no matter how small or imperfect, propels us forward and builds momentum that eventually leads to success. Furthermore, waiting for perfection often results in missed opportunities. The fear of failure or making the wrong decision can paralyze us, causing us to hesitate and delay action. But the truth is, the longer we wait for the perfect circumstances, the more we miss out on valuable experiences. Every moment we spend waiting is a moment we could have spent learning, growing, and improving. There is no such thing as a perfect time to act. There will always be challenges, uncertainties, and risks. By waiting for everything to be perfect, we deny ourselves the opportunity to engage with those challenges and learn from them. It's only through taking action, even when the conditions are not ideal, that we truly experience life and discover what we are capable of achieving. Another key benefit of taking action now is that it helps to break the cycle of indecision and self-doubt. The longer we delay, the more we can become paralyzed by our own thoughts, worries, and fears. What if I fail? What if I make a mistake? These questions can spiral into a state of inaction, preventing us from moving forward. But when we take action, even if it's imperfect, we begin to trust ourselves and our ability to learn and adapt. By overcoming the fear of imperfection, we build confidence and resilience. Each time we act, we prove to ourselves that we are capable of handling whatever comes our way, and we take control of our future rather than letting uncertainty control us. Taking action now also allows us to start creating positive change in our lives and the world around us. Often, we think that we need to wait for everything to be perfect in order to make a meaningful difference. But change happens incrementally. Each small action we take, whether it's making a positive choice for our health, helping someone in need, or working toward a long-term goal, contributes to a larger transformation. The key is not to wait for perfection, but to start now and trust that the cumulative effect of our actions will lead to the results we desire. Change doesn't happen in an instant. It's the small, consistent efforts that accumulate over time and create lasting impact. The Additionally, taking action now encourages us to learn from our mistakes and grow in the process. We often think of failure as a negative outcome, but failure is actually an essential part of learning and growth. When we take action and things don't go as planned, we have the opportunity to analyze what went wrong, adjust our approach, and try again. The fear of failure is often what holds us back from acting, but when we embrace imperfection, we can approach mistakes with curiosity and resilience. We see them as stepping stones to success rather than setbacks. It's through this process of trial and error that we refine our skills, gain new insights, and ultimately improve. In essence, the key to transformation is not in waiting for perfection, but in taking action in the present moment. When we take small, imperfect steps, we build momentum, overcome fear, and begin to create the changes we want to see in our lives. Waiting for everything to be perfect only keeps us stuck in a cycle of indecision and missed opportunities. By embracing imperfection and trusting in the process, we can make progress and experience the growth that leads to lasting change. The best time to start is always now. The power of persistence cannot be overstated when it comes to transforming our lives and creating lasting change. In a world where instant gratification is often the norm and success stories are frequently presented as overnight achievements, it's easy to forget that true transformation usually requires long-term commitment and consistent effort. It's not always about taking massive leaps, but rather about staying the course, even when the road gets tough or progress seems slow. Persistence is what keeps us moving forward when challenges arise and when the initial excitement of change fades away. It is the steady, unwavering determination to keep going, even in the face of obstacles. One of the most important aspects of persistence is the ability to stay focused on the long-term goal despite the inevitable setbacks and difficulties along the way. We often start out with enthusiasm and energy, eager to see quick results, but when things don't happen as fast as we expect, we may start to doubt ourselves or feel discouraged. This is where persistence comes into play. It's the inner strength that helps us stay on track even when the progress seems minimal or non-existent. It's the ability to keep working even when results aren't immediately visible. The key is to remember that true change is not always linear. Sometimes growth happens behind the scenes, and we might not notice the progress until we take a step back and reflect on how far we've come. Persistence means trusting the process and believing that every small step is leading us toward our ultimate goal. Moreover, persistence teaches resilience. Every time we encounter a setback or face a challenge, we have the opportunity to learn and grow. Failure is often seen as a negative outcome, but when we persist, we reframe failure as part of the learning process. Each obstacle we overcome builds our ability to adapt and grow stronger. Persistence allows us to view setbacks as opportunities for improvement rather than as reasons to give up. It encourages us to be resourceful, to find new ways to approach challenges, and to keep moving forward even when things don't go according to plan. It is through this resilience that we ultimately develop the strength and confidence needed to achieve our goals.